Hi everyone. I just did the most terrifying thing. I just published my first book. It's a 73-page narrative poem and it follows the story of a murder trial through the perspective primarily of a ghost and a judge. It's got sonnets, it's got postmodern fragments, it's got lots of different forms and features for each perspective that's provided on the murder trial, and I really hope everybody loves it. If you don't, that's totally fine as well, but I hope it intrigues people. The key overarching thematic concern is one of free will and fate, and the way that those concepts actually impact justice. I am at a bit of an impasse now because I've written it, I've published it with the help of some amazing people, and now I need to market it, and I hate marketing. I also hate cameras. I have a little anecdote of when I was 5, I was dressed in a fairy dress and I was holding a wand, and apparently, I don't remember this, but I've been told, I chased after the cameraman and whacked the camera out of his hand with my wand, or at least attempted to, due to the fact that I hated cameras around me. So baby Charlotte, even back then, wasn't a big fan of these things, but I'm hyper aware of the fact that we are in a digital world, and capitalism, commercialism, etc. requires me to make sure that the book has a little bit of marketing. So for that, I need to be able to feel a bit more comfortable on camera, and thus need to transmute my fear. What better way, I thought, than immersion therapy? So this is my welcome actually to my immersive therapy session. Please, if this gets boring at any point, it's not going to be long, but if it does get boring or even more higgledy-piggledy than it already is, please feel free to leave. But I thought I'd post it on Substack rather than any other platform because I love Substack and everybody here. So it's probably a safer platform than any to do some therapeutic work. Now, I don't want to be my first video regarding the poetry I wrote because I find that mildly narcissistic. So I thought, why not pick a writer who's 1,000 times better than me and who I shall never surmount in any way, shape or form, but also sexy, because I've been told good marketing is sexy, and what's sexier than Shakespeare, particularly his comedies. So there's lots of extracts and soliloquies from Shakespeare that I know of by heart, both due to my nerdiness, but also because I did have some experience in theatre before, more backstage than front. But my favourite, I think, comedic monologue, or not so much monologue, it's actually a song in Much Ado About Nothing, is Sigh No More. And I think it'll be very poignant, I suppose, if I ever get, when, not if, it's not a conditional clause, when I get hate comments. So let's do a quick reading that I can look back on, and we can all look back on whenever we need to remember that life really is much ado about nothing most of the time. So let's set the stage. There's lots of little gossiping dramas going on a lot around Much Ado About Nothing. We've got characters falling in love with each other, falling out of love with each other, and a group of minstrels come on stage and they start singing. Sigh no more, ladies, sigh no more, for men were deceivers ever. 1 foot on sea and 1 on shore, through one thing, constant never. Then sigh not so, but let them go, and be blithe and bonny, converting all your sounds of woe into hey, nonny, nonny. So that's a really brilliant little extract, because it reminds us that no matter how seriously we take ourselves, whether on camera or on apps or at work or with family, wherever we are, at the end of the day, life has an intrinsic sense of comedy. And we have to remember that whenever we're getting upset over nothing. Or perhaps it is something actually worthy getting upset over, but best not. since it is a bit of a waste of energy. And I'm going to need to play this back to myself in the future when I get upset that I posted this online. But that's fine. Thank you so much for listening to my 5 minutes 15 seconds. I will be putting a link to my published book down the bottom if you would like to check it out, and let me know what you think. Even if you think it's terrible, give me that feedback. I want to know why it's bad. What makes it a horrific piece of literature? What makes it a great piece of literature? What makes it completely unimportant? Whatever your opinion is, let me know. And thank you so much.